You cut the sugar, you count the calories, and yet the scale mocks you with the same number. You're doing everything the books, the podcasts, the influencers said to do, so why are you stuck? This is your body fighting back quietly, biologically, without warning. In this video, you'll uncover the hidden reasons behind the plateau and what science-backed steps to fix it. You have cut calories, you've tracked every bite, said no to dessert, yes to workouts. You have done everything they said you should do, but the scale has not moved. Your clothes still feel tight. And deep down, you are starting to wonder if something's wrong with you. You're not alone. According to the National Institutes of Health (NIH), nearly 80% of people who follow a calorie deficit still don't see lasting fat loss. And it is not because they are not trying hard enough. It's because the body has a secret. It does not just burn calories. It protects them. When it senses too little food for too long, it adapts. It slows down. It holds on, not to punish you but to protect you. So maybe the real problem is not your discipline, maybe it is your biology. And what if the solution is not to push harder, but to finally understand what your body's been trying to say all along? Meet Sarah. She's 38, a full-time marketing manager, mom of 2, and someone who never backs down from a challenge. 6 weeks ago, she made a commitment to herself. She downloaded a tracking app, calculated her macros, and committed to 1,600 calories a day. She cut out the late-night snacks, swapped wine for sparkling water, and even started waking up at 5:30 a.m. for cardio. Her goal wasn't extreme, just 10 pounds, enough to feel like herself again. To stop feeling invisible in her own skin, but something strange happened. Or rather, nothing happened. The number on the scale didn't move, not a single pound. Her jeans still dug into her waist. And the mirror reflected the same tired version of herself. She felt defeated. The kind of quiet defeat that no one sees because you're doing everything right. And it's still not working. Sarah began asking the question no one wants to ask. What if my body just doesn't work like it used to? And that's when she made a critical shift. Instead of blaming herself, she got curious. What if this wasn't failure but feedback? Imagine your body as a smart thermostat. When conditions are steady, it works quietly in the background, regulating your energy use, keeping things balanced. But the moment it senses a drop in incoming fuel, like from a long-term calorie deficit, it does not just keep burning. Her energy felt lower, her digestion slowed, and the fat she expected to melt away stayed. Here's how it works. The moment your brain detects consistent calorie restriction, it sends a message through your hypothalamus to reduce metabolic output. It adapts. It turns down the heat. This is called adaptive thermogenesis, and it's your body's built-in survival mechanism. For Sarah, this explained everything. She was eating less and moving more, but her body was burning less. Your body starts conserving energy just in case this famine lasts a while. This means fewer calories burned at rest, slower recovery from workouts, and hormonal shifts that increase hunger and fatigue. According to a Mayo Clinic report, resting metabolic rate can decrease by 10 to 15% within weeks of starting a diet, especially if you are already lean or exercising heavily. And the longer this goes on, the more resistant your system becomes. But here is the twist: your body is not sabotaging you. It thinks you are in danger. It's protecting you. It does not know you are trying to lose fat for a wedding or a beach trip. That is why the scale stops moving even when you are doing everything right. So if you have been stuck, it's not because you are failing, it is because your body is succeeding at its original job, survival. And once you understand that, you can stop pushing against it and start working with it. At her lowest point, Sarah booked an appointment with her doctor. She was not looking for a prescription, she just needed answers. It is not resisting, it's responding. When food intake drops for too long, cortisol, the stress hormone, rises. Elevated cortisol can increase fat storage, especially around the belly. Meanwhile, leptin, the hormone that helps you feel full, decreases. And ghrelin, the hunger hormone, ramps up. Your appetite increases. Your cravings intensify. But that's not all. She was eating less, moving more, and still not losing fat. Her body felt slower. Her cravings were louder. And emotionally, she was running on fumes. Her body felt slower. Her cravings were louder. And emotionally, she was running on fumes. And then he said something Sarah never expected to hear. "You are not failing," he said. Dr. Lewis explained how prolonged calorie restriction triggers a hormonal chain reaction. Your thyroid hormones, the ones responsible for regulating metabolism, also start to dip. This slows your metabolic rate further, which means your body burns even fewer calories at rest. It was her body's way of keeping her safe. A 2016 study published in the journal Obesity followed participants from a popular weight loss show and found their metabolic rates had slowed significantly even years after the initial weight loss. She did not need to restrict harder, she needed to recover smarter. For Sarah, This reframed everything. Her stalled fat loss wasn't not about weakness or willpower. Your biology isn't not broken, Dr. Lewis said, it's protective. But if you work with it, not against it, you can move forward again. And that was the shift Sarah needed, not a new diet. Not a new app, but a new mindset. Understanding how the body adapts wasn't not discouraging. It was liberating, because when you stop blaming yourself, you can start healing. Sarah didn't need a complete lifestyle overhaul after understanding the role of adaptive thermogenesis and the hormone cascade triggered by prolonged restriction. She made 3 key changes, none of which involved eating less or training harder. First, she increased her protein intake, not drastically, just enough to make a difference. About 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Protein is not just for bodybuilders. It's the most thermogenic macronutrient, meaning it burns more calories during digestion compared to fats or carbs. It also preserves lean muscle, which is crucial for keeping metabolism stable, especially in a calorie deficit. More importantly, it helped her feel full, reducing the temptation to snack or binge. Second, she took a structured 10-day diet break. This wasn't giving up, it was strategy. She temporarily increased her calories to maintenance level, not cheat meals, not emotional eating. Just enough food to let her body feel safe again. Studies suggest that short-term diet breaks can help restore leptin levels, reduce cortisol, and improve adherence over the long run. Sarah didn't gain weight during the break. In fact, she slept better, had more energy, and felt emotionally recharged. Third, she stopped overtraining. No more endless HIIT circuits and daily spin classes. Instead, she replaced for intense cardio sessions with 45-minute daily walks and 2 days of strength training. Walking helped reduce cortisol, strength training preserved muscle, and for the first time in weeks, her body wasn't constantly in fight or flight mode, it was recovering. Now, maybe you're thinking, I've tried some of that, it didn't work for me. But here's the thing, these strategies only work when you apply them with intention, not desperation. Because real fat loss doesn't happen when your body's in survival mode, it happens when it trusts you. It's not about copying Sarah's routine, it's about understanding the principles behind it. Eat enough of the right things, rest when your body is asking for it, train smart, not frantic. And most of all, give your body time to feel safe again. 3 weeks after making those changes, something shifted for Sarah, and it was not just the number on the scale. Yes, she had lost 4 pounds, but more importantly, she felt human again. And for the first time in months, she wasn't not obsessively checking her reflection or logging every calorie like it was a crime. She was not trapped in that cycle of eat less, train more, feel worse. She realized fat loss was not about dominating her metabolism. It was about respecting her physiology. Her body started cooperating not because she forced it to, but because she stopped fighting it. Her sleep improved, it began to move gently, consistently without extreme effort or sacrifice. But here is the real win, she trusted her body again. What changed wasn't just her weight, it was her mindset. She no longer believed she was broken. She didn't view plateaus as proof of failure. You do not need to punish your way to results. When it is done right, it looks like healing, it feels like peace. You don't need to be stricter, meaner, or more obsessive. It has been protecting you all along, and the moment you stop fighting it is the moment it finally starts working with you. You need to work with your biology, not against it. She saw them for what they were, feedback, signals, invitations to pause, reassess, and adjust. And that is the truth most diet programs will not tell you. Fat loss is not always fast. It's rarely linear, and it should not feel like self-destructs. Sarah did not succeed because she was perfect. If you are in the middle of the struggle, remember, your body is not the enemy. It is the partner. If you've been tracking your food, exercising consistently, and still not seeing progress, maybe it's time to look beyond the usual advice. Because for people like Sarah and for so many others, the issue was not effort, and just as she began to trust her metabolism again, another layer revealed itself, one she never expected, her gut. And don't forget to subscribe, because real transformation isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding the system your body's been using all along. Recent research suggests that your gut microbiome may be influencing more than digestion. It may affect how you store fat, how full you feel, how inflamed you are, and even how your hormones behave. In fact, studies from the NIH and Harvard now link certain bacterial imbalances to insulin resistance and chronic weight retention, even in people eating at a deficit. This might not just be about calories, it might be about what your body can do with them. In our next episode, we'll unpack how gut health, inflammation, and the foods you tolerate could be the hidden blocks keeping your body from changing. It was not willpower, and it wasn't not discipline, it was biology. Your story matters, and it may help someone else feel less alone. Her body was not resisting change, it was responding to stress, depletion, and years of being told to push harder instead of listen deeper. If today's video resonated with you, leave a comment.